I think no relationship is toxic because when you get out of it, you discover parts of yourself you didn't know existed.
बिकॉज जब तक आप जानते नहीं हो कि आपको क्या नहीं चाहिए आप ये नहीं समझ पाओगे कि आपको क्या चाहिए.
No, you cannot. You can never fix a man. But if a man genuinely wants to be with you, he will do everything in his power to fix himself just so that he could, be with you. And that, I think, is the most beautiful gesture, and that is men in love for me.
My partner understanding me is more important to me than me understanding myself.
Correct.
What is that one relationship advice you would say to the teenagers who are just getting into their first relationships?
If you really genuinely love somebody, you pour your heart out to them.
Namaste everyone, welcome to BTS. This is Bharti Talk Show. But अगर आपने सोचा this is behind the scenes, तो आप बिल्कुल भी गलत नहीं हो. Because this is where we get raw, real and absolutely unfiltered with our guests. So guys, आज की हमारी जो guest है, वो एकदम Instagram वाली vibe है. आज हम बात करेंगे love, relationships, trauma, grief. If this is something that interests you, then let's get started. Welcome to BTS, Krisha. How are you feeling today?
I am feeling honored and privileged because this is your first episode.
Yes.
And I'm your first guest.
How has your Instagram journey been like? Because I see you posting a lot and you're very, very, you write very well.
Thank you.
So, उसके बारे में बताओ कि writing की journey की शुरुआत कैसे हुई थी?
As I told you, you start writing when you first get your heart broken or maybe when you're in love. So 10th May I was dating this one guy and then my dad got to know about it, and he is somebody who cannot see me make wrong choices in men because
Of course.
The way I have seen him treat my mom, it has always been beautiful. Like मम्मी नाराज हो जाती है तो पप्पा गजरा लाते हैं और फिर मम्मी के बालों में पिरो देते हैं, and तुमको रियलाइज ही नहीं होगा कि they're not talking या झगड़ा हुआ है. And he had immense respect for my mom. अगर मेरे डैड कहीं घूमने भी जा रहे हैं ना, तो he had this eternal love for sarees. तो wherever he used to get a saree for my mom. तो भाई मेरे डैड ने मुझे bare minimum के लिए settle करना ही नहीं सिखाया है. And when he got to know about that guy, he was like, क्या चल रहा है? And he was like, अंकल ये तो मेरी बहन जैसी है. And he was like, you have to find a guy who is willing to take a stand for you, not somebody
Obviously.
who puts you away. और मेरे डैड ने क्रेजी ड्रामा कर दिया था उस टाइम पे, बट देन आई रियलाइज्ड कि हाँ भाई गलत तो चॉइसेस थी मेरी, बट यू लर्न.
You also write शायरी, right?
हाँ.
तो वो जर्नी की शुरुआत कैसे हुई?
I first started writing when I was in my 10th grade. Or it is believed and it is true that you start writing when you fall in love or you start writing when you get your heart broken. So 10th May I started writing, and then I wrote about losing my grandfather because he was very close to me. It was like people can tell ऐसा पापा की परी, but I was like grandfather की परी. जो मैं बोलूँ उस हिसाब से सारी चीज़ें होती थी. But once I lost him, it is like कि बहुत टाइम तक ऐसा लगा कि ज़िंदगी गुलजार नहीं है, because I was a kid. और तभी you cannot ऐसा romanticize losing your family.
Yeah, of course.
People tell you that it gets okay with time and void fill in हो जाता है, but it's untrue. And फिर मैंने वो poetry लिखा था, and I was like, I was wanting to perform it. So I did my first open mic Habitat पे.
First open mic in Habitat.
Yeah, it's like मैंने manifest करा था, वो H वाला stage है ना, वहाँ perform करूँगी.
I know.
So yeah, and my mom has always supported me. तो स्कूल में मेरी मम्मी एकदम ऐसा पुश करती थी मुझे टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ स्टोरी टेलिंग कॉम्पिटिशन या पोइट्री कॉम्पिटिशन किसी दिन हो जाता था. सो शी यूज्ड टू प्रिपेयर मी कि आविर इतना एक्सप्रेशंस नहीं आप, आविर इतना आप. एंड यू नो शी बिल्ट मी अप इन अ वे दैट आई एम कॉन्फिडेंट, अभी आई कैन गो ऑन स्टेज एंड आई कैन टॉक. So it's like an extroverted daughter raised by an introverted mom.
Oh wow. So when this started, when you went to the stage and such a big stage, right? So वो कैसे था? Like didn't you not fear at all? इतने सारे लोग होंगे and this was a new feeling at that point of time. So how did you overcome
My mom
that?
was sitting in the audience.
Okay.
And I was like कि at the end of the day, there are people in the audience, but I
Yes.
also have my mom there. and if she has prepared me all throughout, I have to make her proud. तो से पैर हाथ सब हिल रहा था, शिवर हो रहा था, कैसे करूँगी? But I was like, I did it, and then there was no looking back.
And what role has your parents played in your upbringing?
My dad was a very strict parent, and my mom is थोड़ा सा chill. तो वैसे, but my mom has played a major part in making me confident today. कि अगर मैं स्टेज पे जाके बोल सकती हूँ, इट इज़ बिकॉज ऑफ माई मॉम, कि प्रिपेयर करा था मेरी मम्मी ने मुझे, इसलिए मैं जाके बोल सकती हूँ, वरना मुझसे तो नहीं होता.
And if there is something, let's say, something that your father has contributed in your life, what would that be like?
I think I get my writing skills from my dad.
And you also said about like he's not there with you anymore. Would you want to share a little bit of something about him, something that you would like to tell him right now?
I think one thing, if I were to look up to my dad, I know that if life at times throws bricks at you, you will have a great comeback. मतलब downfall के बाद तुम्हारा comeback हमेशा हो जाता है. So my dad was diagnosed with 4th stage cancer a year ago, and I think one thing that I've learned from my dad is that if world comes collapsing down, there is always a way to, climb the ladder up and not give up on your life, basically. So I've seen him go through a lot of ups and downs, especially when the people you think are your people and your family, and when they do not support you, or maybe they are not your own people, or maybe they are the ones holding knives in their hand and stabbing you at the back. He embraced everything so beautifully, and मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि भाई मैं तो रिवेंज लूँगी, but my dad was like कि नहीं, वैसा सब नहीं होता है, and he's been the most kindest person and a big fat believer of karma, of course, कि revenge कुछ नहीं होता, what comes around goes around, and probably I think everybody has to face their own good deeds and bad deeds.
You had recently posted a piece on Instagram about losing your father. I just want to understand that how important is it to process grief?
I think majority of people have told me that time heals everything. But one thing that I've come to a realization is that time does not heal everything. The pain, the void is always going to be there. And with time, acceptance आ जाता है कि this is what the reality is, irrespective of you wanted to be there or not. And when I was a little girl, my father taught me this one thing. My father taught me that वो fleeting helium balloons रहते हैं. So whenever you flit a balloon, तुम्हारे जो भी emotions रहते हैं, good things, bad things, whatever you're feeling heavy about, you flit a balloon and then you let it go. So that is how I've learned कि sometimes it is so important to let go of things just the way you fleet a helium balloon. And now that I know कि भाई I have to let go of things, it is not as simple as fleeting a helium balloon.
Of course.
और लोग कहते हैं कि ज़िंदगी गुलजार है, तो unless and until you have your entire family around you, ज़िंदगी बहुत गुलजार है. But the day you realize कि your dad is not going to be here anymore, you realize कि ज़िंदगी is not गुलजार at all. Because it comes with a lot of responsibilities, grief, to process your emotions, to accept the reality, especially when you look at people around you with their dads being their loudest cheerleaders. So at times, I genuinely feel that if I'm achieving something, I wish my dad was there in the audience. But I know for a fact that he's always going to be around, not physically, but always there.
And in this, how has this process been like? Have you taken therapy? Have you been doing that by yourself?
I recently started therapy, and my therapist explained me this one thing about dealing grief. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि रोना तुमको बहुत ज़्यादा वीक कर देता है, ठीक है, यू नॉट सपोज्ड टू क्राई, इट टेक्स टाइम, बट हो जाता है. बट इट्स लाइक सम डेज इवन व्हेन यू डोंट वांट टू फील द ग्रीफ, you have so many beautiful mugs in the kitchen crockery, ठीक है, and you love all the cups there. They're all your favorite. Maybe failure का cup हो गया, heartbreak का cup हो गया, losing a friendship का cup हो गया, losing a family member का cup हो गया. So some days you will miss them, But just because you have to deal with a grief in a certain way and you do not like it, it does not mean कि वो कप उठा के तुम फेंक दोगे या तोड़ दोगे. It is always going to be there. So when you feel that you miss them, it is okay to process all the grief, take that cup out, and just embrace it beautifully.
But doesn't it hurt when you
It
embrace
does.
it? So how do you deal with that pain?
I think there is a fine line between reality and delusion. And it takes a lot of time to accept whatever has happened. But one day, one fine day, acceptance knocks your door. And then you have to hug it very beautifully.
Very well put. So what have you learned from your relationships in the past?
I think no relationship is toxic.
Okay.
Because when you get out of it, you discover parts of yourself you didn't know existed.
Wow. I think it's been a while that I've heard something this deep and this beautiful at the same time. So coming to that, what are some of those parts that you discovered in this process?
I think I can really be psychotic at times
Okay.
and impulsive and impatient. But I think with the right person, you learn all these things.
Okay.
So in my past relationship, I met this guy when I just lost my dad. And I wouldn't say one bad thing about him. We are all good humans, but sometimes it's just that you bring toxic sides
With somebody.
with somebody, yeah. So he was like a ray of sunshine in my darkest of days. And it was a beautiful relationship, but it didn't work out. So we had to part ways. But I realized that when I parted ways with that guy, I could really unleash all the beautiful parts of myself. Like I could write, I could perform more confidently, I could make my own calls. Nobody was there to control me. कि भाई ये नहीं हो सकता. So yeah, and it also depends on the people that you surround yourself with. So पहले I was like कि I will do things for the plot, I will do things for the plot, drama, I love drama. But now that I've realized कि नहीं भाई, sometimes you have to be in that peaceful zone of yourself. You cannot always attract drama.
Of course, it's for your own mental health. But I feel कि गलत लोगों का या गलत लोगों का नहीं बोलना चाहिए मुझे, but I should say कि गलत relationships होना बहुत important है एक सही relationship पे पहुंचने
के लिए करेक्ट.
Because जब तक आप जानते नहीं हो कि आपको क्या नहीं चाहिए,
चाहिए.
आप ये नहीं
correct.
समझ पाओगे कि आपको क्या
क्या
चाहिए.
चाहिए.
So ये बहुत important है I feel to go through breakups because it is only when you go through that breakup you understand the depth of love.
Correct.
I think it is only when you truly let go of the person you loved that deeply is the point you're able to tap that love within yourself. Because तब तक पता ही नहीं होता है ना
कि क्या
क्या है, पर जब आप वो पर्सन को खो देते हो तब आपको पता होता है कि आप कितना प्यार करते थे उनसे.
करेक्ट.
वो हमको उस टाइम पे पता ही नहीं होता है. सो आई थिंक कभी कभी ये मोमेंट्स आना लाइफ में या कभी कभी ऐसे एक्सपीरियंसेस आना बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट होते हैं.
We can always rephrase it as not going through breakups, but
Yeah.
growing through breakups.
Definitely.
है ना?
Definitely. But what do you think are some of the red flags in a relationship?
I think somebody who is disrespectful towards you, somebody who raises their voice,
And what are some of the green flags in a relationship?
somebody who has a room for understanding and working on things. Somebody who won't tell you कि भाई तू क्या ज़्यादा emotional है, but somebody who would let you, communicate about whatever you're feeling and then look for a middle ground.
And then work it out.
Hmm.
Correct. So अभी काम करते हैं कृषा. Let's play a game. ठीक है? So इसमें आपको क्या करना है ना? I will be asking you some questions.
Okay.
You have to answer very quickly.
Easy रहेगा ना?
Easy है, don't worry. But the catch is कि इसका जो sentence है, it has to be only in one line.
Okay.
ठीक है? लंबे answers नहीं चाहिए. Answer in short.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Excited?
Yes.
Nervous?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what's the most underrated love language?
I think writing letters to each other.
Okay. What's your idea of a perfect date night?
Perfect date night. Watching a sunset at the beach.
Okay. What's something romantic you wish people would do more often?
Write letters.
Would you rather share a deep secret or an embarrassing moment with your partner?
मैं सब कुछ ही ओवर शेयर कर देती हूँ भाई. आई वाज लाइक ये हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है, ये हो रहा है. तो सब कुछ, डीपेस्ट सीक्रेट भी, एम्बैरेसिंग मोमेंट भी.
Okay. Most extra thing you've done for your partner?
Extra नहीं, this is who I am, I feel. I wrote entire piece on how we met, poetries about him and only him. And I performed it at an open mic and he was there in the audience.
One movie scene that always makes you think of love.
Wake Up Set का end वाला scene where they're hugging at the Marine Drive.
Describe love in 3 words.
Understanding, patience, peace.
One word that describes Krisha Thakkar the best.
Rebel.
Cool. So now let's talk more about this thing that you did, the extra thing that you did for your partner.
It was beautiful. I think when I'm in love, I can write hundreds of pieces and poetries about that one person. But when you're writing about them, there's always this one urge to be the poem and not the poet.
And what does it feel when you write a letter? How is it different from texting?
I think they can always keep that letter in their wallet and read it when they're having a hard time. Or maybe, every girl has her box wala theory jo hota hai, कि every gift that you give to her, she'll keep it very safely. So I think it's the letters for me.
Okay. And what have your relationships taught you so far?
One thing I've realized is that if you do not find emotional independency, you will always depend on somebody to understand you. But once you give it a shot at understanding yourself, then you wouldn't have to depend on somebody else.
This is something that I've had a very, very, very hard time learning with.
Same, I'm still on to it.
Because I remember I journal and I wrote it in my diary one day that, my partner understanding me is more important to me than me understanding myself.
Correct.
And I think this was maybe like 4-5 years back, not even like a lot into the past. But now when I read it and I understood that why was it so important and why there were so many struggles or communication gaps, because when I was feeling a certain emotion, I always wanted him to understand
Correct.
that rather than me understanding it myself, figuring things out within myself and then maybe telling him things. But then it was always like, नहीं पहले उसको समझना पड़ेगा,
correct.
उसको मुझे शांत करवाना पड़ेगा, फिर मैं शांत होऊंगी. So I think eventually when you grow up, you realize कि ये यार गलत तरीका है, because you practically cannot put your burden of your emotions on your partner. फिर आपका कितना ही healthy relationship क्यों ना हो, क्योंकि आप अपना baggage किसी और पे डाल रहे हो, which is actually not the right way to conduct the relationship in general.
Correct. But one thing I've realized is that if you do not put out your emotions और तुमको self-sabotage करना पड़ रहा है, तो you're not in the right place. Because the right people will always make a room for understanding and they will understand you.
Where did this start from, the people pleasing? When did you realize this?
I started therapy और फिर मुझे यही लगता था कि भाई मेरी therapist भी judge करेगी मुझे. So she told me that sometimes it's not okay to be a people pleaser. Also, my ex told me that you're a big fat people pleaser and you don't always have to be that. So we ended things on good note and there was no bad blood हम दोनों के बीच में. And I was working at this one place जहाँ पे मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि मेरा जॉब अंडरमाइन हो रहा है या मैं एक्सप्लॉइट हो रही हूँ थोड़ा सा पैसों के मामले में. तो आई वाज लाइक कैसे बोलूँ यार, ठीक है चल इतना मिल रहा है. तो माई एक्स टोल्ड मी कि भाई you don't have to be a people pleaser because closed mouths are never fed, so you have to put your point out there. I think कि किसी भी चीज़ को मास्टर करने में you have to have that patience, but you will always rely on that known discomfort than looking for unknown safety.
I know.
Somebody said this and I quote.
Yeah, so you always look for known discomfort rather than unknown comfort, because we always struggle with that idea कि हो सकता है कि नहीं हो सकता है. But with pain, it's there, it's constant, and you eventually become comfortable with that idea of pain. What is the kind of difference you're feeling, before taking therapy versus after taking therapy?
आई थिंक वो ओवरनाइट डिफरेंस नहीं आता और 6-7 सेशन में भी नहीं आता, बिकॉज इट्स नॉट अ क्विक फिक्स दैट यू लुक आउट फॉर, इट टेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम. तो मेरी थेरेपिस्ट ने मुझे फर्स्ट सेशन में ही कहा था कि फिर थिंकिंग कि वाह अभी मैंने थेरेपी शुरू करा है, अभी ज़िंदगी गुलजार हो जाएगी, तो इट इज़ नॉट गोइंग टू बी दैट वे. It will take a lot of time for you to open up to me, for you to process your emotions or whatever you're going through, because I think we all carry traumas and baggages along with ourselves जो फट से डिजॉल्व नहीं होते हैं और बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम लग जाता है.
अगर सरल भाषा में एक्सप्लेन करना हो कि ट्रॉमा होता क्या है, हाउ वुड यू एक्सप्लेन इट?
आई थिंक किसी चीज़ों का रिपीटेडली तुम्हारे साथ होना और तुम्हारे मन में ये बैठ जाना कि नेक्स्ट थिंग दैट हैपन्स टू मी इज़ गोइंग टू बी दिस, so you carry it with yourself. For example, as simple as it, I was in a relationship and अगर मैं cheat हो गई, तो अगर मैं दूसरी relationship में जाने का भी सोचती हूँ, तो मुझे constant fear रहेगा कि what if मैं ये relationship में भी cheat हो जाऊँगी, because cheating definitely comes with a lot of self doubts. You know, you need crazy amount of reassurance, और फिर तुम्हारा trauma किसी और पे थोप देते हो, तो basically you have to deal with it.
Fair.
Because when I am in love, I go crazy. Like I will write poetries about you. I will make edits for you. I will get clothes for you. अगर मेरी सैलरी में से थोड़े पैसे भी बच रहे हैं ना और मुझे लग रहा है कि this is what I want to get for him, तो वो मैं पहले खरीदूंगी और मुझे जो चाहिए वो मैं बाद में देखा जा सकता है, वैसे हो जाता है. So I'll make time for you. I'll keep you updated with everything that I'm doing. So it's like just being there for somebody. और ये सब तुम सिचुएशनशिप्स में नहीं कर सकते हो, साइकोटिक लग जाओगे भाई.
ओके, सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक सिचुएशनशिप होता क्या है, वो डायनामिक्स कैसे होते हैं उसके?
Two people who are not wanting to commit to each other but do things जो commitment वाली होती है.
ओके, एंड डू यू थिंक ये बहुत ज़्यादा एंजाइटी क्रिएट करता है?
I think I have faced anxiety. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ये भी छोड़ के चला गया या ये भी छोड़ के चली गई, तो it will hold an impact on my life, a lot of impact on my life, because I think we all pretend to be strong enough to let go away people, but once they leave our lives, it plays, मतलब पूरा तुम्हारा पूरा लाइफ हिल जाता है. And for me, basically, people entering my lives and people leaving my lives, it holds a major impact.
सो आई वांटेड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि वैलिडेशन कितना इम्पोर्टेंट हो जाता है आफ्टर पॉइंट.
I think I did not do it for validation, but if I have 10 things going on in my mind, तो फिर मैं scroll करती हूँ mindlessly and it really helps. ये बहुत गलत coping
Okay.
mechanism होता है, but I keep on scrolling and you become a couch potato and you think that this is your comfort zone when it is not. So when I have things to deal with or maybe emotions or feelings to deal with, like reels देखूंगी, relate हो जाएगा, तो I do that a lot of times, but it's very unhealthy.
सो आई ऑल्सो रियलाइज्ड ऑन दिस पॉइंट कि हम कब कुछ रील्स ऐसे देखते हैं कि हम ढूंढते हैं दैट परफेक्ट रील. इट्स वेरी सबकॉन्शियसली देयर, बट वी जस्ट वांट टू कम अक्रॉस दैट टाइप ऑफ कंटेंट कि यार थोड़ी सी तो रिलेटेबिलिटी आ जाए तो मन को तसल्ली मिले. I would rather say this about myself because ये बहुत subconsciously मैंने realize किया कि when you're doom scrolling or generally also you're looking for that particular piece of content or you're looking for that particular piece of reel कि यार मैं पढ़ूंगी और मुझे relatability आएगी. Why? Because I need के I just want to know I am not alone.
So basically मैं बताती हूँ अपना एक्सपीरियंस. अब मेरी एक्सप्लोर फीड ना मेरी क्रेजी गांड मार देती है. जो मैं फील करती हूँ वो मेरी एक्सप्लोर फीड पे आ जाता है ऑटोमेटिकली. तो तब से मैं इंस्टाग्राम स्क्रॉल करती हूँ whenever I'm feeling something. So it's like मेरी फीड पे टैरो कार्ड रीडर्स भी आते हैं कि चूज वन कार्ड A B, फिर उसमें से चूज करती हूँ. It's like नहीं भाई ये सब नहीं करना है. And it's an addiction. Once you start doing it, there is no looking back. You won't be able to stop. It's like one thing goes down the hill and you want कि भाई ये सही होगा, इसके बाद क्या होगा? You want to know answers. So you stop doing things with your gut and intuition, but you start relying on tarot cards or maybe readings, and then look out for your answers.
Where do you think our answers truly lies? Is it in the tarot card? Do you believe, or is it always your intuition?
I think it's about how and what you feel and your gut.
Okay.
मतलब मैंने टैरो कार्ड रीडिंग करी है, ठीक है, बट मेजॉरिटी ऑफ टाइम्स इट वाज अनट्रू.
Okay.
तो
How would you navigate, let's say you meet somebody and you want to analyze if you want to go out with them or not. How do you analyze if this person is right for you, or do you want to even go out with them or not?
आई थिंक वाइब मैच होना. सो इट्स बेसिकली इफ इंस्टाग्राम से मिल रही हो तो they are supposed to know that people showcase themselves as a single personality on Instagram, but there are more personalities to it. So if I think I can be my real and my truest self around them, with them, I think चलेगा. But if I have to pretend, तो फिर मेरे से ज़्यादा pretend नहीं होगा पूरा दिन. तो फिर it all depends on the vibe.
And what do you think love is according to you?
It is somebody who understands you, because I think प्यार करना बहुत आसान होता है, बट वो प्यार में रह के किसी को समझना, इट इज़ वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट समटाइम्स, बिकॉज तुम्हारे एक्सपीरियंसेस, तुम्हारे ट्रॉमास, तुम्हारे बैगेजेस, तुम्हारे एक्सपीरियंसेस, ये सब कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा अलग रहता है, एंड यू ऑलवेज हैव टू लुक एट अ मिडल ग्राउंड एंड टू बी ऑन द सेम पेज.
Okay. And what do you think women in love are really like?
आई जेन्यूनली थिंक दैट जब एक औरत प्यार में पड़ती है, लॉजिक टेक्स अ बैक सीट एंड इमोशंस पूरी गाड़ी चलाते हैं. इट्स लाइक दे वुडंट इवन थिंक ट्वाइस, दे विल डू इट ऑल फ्रॉम देयर हार्ट.
Okay. What is that one relationship advice you would say to the teenagers who are just getting into their first relationships?
If you really genuinely love somebody, you pour your heart out to them, irrespective of the conditions, surroundings, and you always have to surrender yourself if you genuinely, truly love somebody. But if you think that this is not really working out for you, or if it is, creating a brain fog in your head कि भाई this is right, this is wrong, और जब भी तुम्हें ऐसा लगे कि तुम सेकेंड गेस करनी पड़ रही है तुम्हें तुम्हारी चीज़ें रिलेशनशिप में, it is always important to realize that it's the time to leave. And when you know that it's the time to leave, बहुत टाइम लगता है करने में, but you will have to do that for your own self.
How do you know that moment of truth when you decide कि यार अब बस हो गया, तो उस moment में what would you like to say to people who are in their first relationships and they know that they have to let go of that person?
I think a lot many times we think that if we stay a little longer, probably things will genuinely work out, because भाई stars align करेंगे, इसके माँ बाप मिले तो क्योंकि हम दोनों के माँ बाप मिल सके, and it is going to work out. But one thing that you have to realize is that a relationship has to be a peaceful home to you, and it does not have to burden you with a lot of things, because the world is already brutal, and from a lot of things that I know, love has to be kind. तो अगर ऐसा लगता है कि girl you can fix him, no, you cannot. You can never fix a man. But if a man genuinely wants to be with you, he will do everything in his power to fix himself just so that he could, be with you. And that, I think, is the most beautiful gesture, and that is men in love for me.
Very beautiful. So इस पे ना हम एक गेम कर लेते हैं,
Let's
right?
go.
So इस पे so this game is called Makeup or Breakup, and you have to tell me, would you rather make up with it or break up with it?
Okay.
ठीक है?
ठीक है.
Are you excited?
Very much.
Okay.
Nervous, very much.
Okay. Okay. Content creation.
Makeup. Always, always.
Your ex.
Breakup.
Shairi.
Makeup, always.
Ghosting.
यार, breakup.
Situationship.
Breakup.
Hinge bios.
Hinge, I don't have a Hinge account anymore.
But generally, what do you think? Would you make up with it or break up with it?
Break up with it.
Okay.
DMs में slide करो यार बिंदास. वहाँ जानो. Bio देख के क्या जानोगे तुम?
Okay. Matching tattoos.
Makeup, always.
Being left on red.
मैं तो कलेश कर दूंगी भाई. Breakup.
Okay. Wearing Crocs on a date.
चलेगा यार, ठीक ही है भाई, जो भी पहन रहा है. Makeup.
PDA.
थोड़ी सी गांड फटती है कि मेरे घर वाले देख लेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा, बट ठीक है, मेकअप.
Sharing passwords.
ब्रेकअप. आई थिंक इट्स अ वेरी टॉक्सिक थिंग टू डू.
Talking to your ex's best friend.
नहीं, एक बार मैं अपने एक्स से बात कर लूंगी, बट मैं उसके दोस्तों से तो कतई ना करूँ भाई.
Sharing food on a first date.
नहीं यार, मतलब आई कैन नॉट ऐसा ईट ऑड फूड, तो नहीं. फिर धीरे धीरे अगर जमने लगी तो इट्स फाइन.
Okay.
सो फर्स्ट डेट पे ब्रेकअप.
Using AstroTalk to find compatibility.
माँ की आँख. मैं बताती हूँ, मैंने एस्ट्रोटॉक पे तो बेसिकली मैंने शुरू करा था कोलैब करना, और तभी मेरा क्रेजी वाला ब्रेकअप हो गया था. मैंने एस्ट्रोटॉक पे 1000 रुपए डाले थे ये जानने के लिए कि हाय विल ही कम बैक, विल ही कम बैक. 6 7 8 लोगों से पूछा था, 6 7 8 लोगों के जवाब अलग. एक कहता है आएगा, एक कहता है फेब में आएगा, एक कहता है जैन में आएगा, एक कहता है नहीं आएगा. मैंने बोला भाई नहीं करी मैं एस्ट्रोटॉक, ब्रेकअप एस्ट्रोटॉक.
Okay. Okay. Talking in baby voice with your partner.
मेकअप.
Makeup. Okay. So आप शायरियाँ भी लिखती है, राइट? क्या आप हमारी ऑडियंस के लिए कुछ पेश कर सकती हैं?
I think every hopeless romantic is also a big fat believer in universe का science. तो आई थिंक जब हमें साइंस नहीं मिलती है, हम साइंस खुद से क्रिएट करते हैं, एंड आई डू दैट अ लॉट. तो इट्स लाइक टॉसिंग अ कॉइन. तो मैंने उस पर लिखा था कि तुम्हारा लौट आना या ना आना, ये सवाल मैं अक्सर अपने जेब में पड़े सिक्के से कर लेती हूँ. एक पहलू पर तुम्हारा आना लिख देती हूँ और दूसरे पहलू पर तुम्हें भुलाना लिख देती हूँ. पर सच कहूँ तो मेरे दिलो दिमाग में दोनों पहलू पर सिर्फ तुम्हारा आना ही लिखा होता है, और हर बार आ जाता है वो दूसरा पहलू जो मेरी इस जलती ख्वाहिश, आस और उम्मीद को बर्बाद कर देता है. तुम एक रात का ख्वाब नहीं हो, मैंने सोची ज़िंदगी जिसके साथ, वो हकीकत हो तुम. तो अब नहीं गुजारनी है सारी उम्र सिक्के से सवाल करते करते, तो तुम ही बता दो आओगे ना तुम.
क्या बात है, क्या बात है. वेरी नाइस, वेरी नाइस. सो क्रिशा, मुझे आज बहुत मज़ा आया आपसे बात करके. आप मेरी पहली गेस्ट थी और आप इतनी एनर्जी लाई हो सेट पे. आई होप मेरे आगे के गेस्ट और एनर्जी लाएं और ये जो सीज़न है हमारा हिट हो. आई होप यू हैड द फन.
इंशाल्लाह दिस विल डेफिनेटली हैव मिलियंस ऑफ व्यूज. मैं ये मैनिफेस्ट
Thank
करूंगी
you.
आपके लिए. And it was beautiful to talk my heart out here, and it is difficult to just be expressive, but you made it a very comfortable space wherein I had to just be myself and talk it out whatever I was feeling without any
Thank you.
judgments. So all the best.
Thank you so much. So guys, don't forget to like,
Share,
subscribe
comment.
on BTS.